Good morning. I guess Happy New Year is the expression. Certainly good year. I mean, good morning of the year. I think we're going to need some Twitch documentation. I did catch some hosting lines at the end of last stream, but they parsed fine. Other than, hey, look at the host ID and how host target works, there wasn't really anything super interesting there. The other thing that occurred to me is that I could, this is just an anonymous chat, I could go join some big channel to get all the subscription and host event stuff a little bit more reliably. I guess I could technically even do that here. I don't know that I've got anybody. Let's see. Do I have anybody? No, I don't have anybody live right now on my direct follow. What do we have for bigger channels? Well, it might actually be a little bit too noisy to get stuff. But we could perhaps, let's see, and I do need a better interface for this, because I'm not really watching the URL events right now. Okay. So now I might have to tweak this to kind of ignore ordinary chat messages for printing purposes, just so that we can get be looking out for those special events. Look at all those hosts, though. Yeah, so maybe we don't want to parse everything. Fetch error, 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 error. Maybe I should just, like, make my own little function for these sort of, like, status error lines. That way I could shut them all off pretty easily. No, I must have gone over something here, right? Unless it was a helper function. Parse line. Ping pong. So this is the parse of any line. Right, and right now I'm not doing anything with them. So actually, the cheap way to do this we should shut down priv message there. And, well, until we've parsed it, we don't know that it's a priv message. Reduce chat response. Yeah, because it sends there all the initial stuff. No, wait a minute. You get... Oh, no, because we do that and then get lines. So we've already parsed it at this point. All right, well, that should reduce the spam a little bit. And then we'll just keep an eye out for other types of messages. Meanwhile, we should be able to get... I think this is the light one. Yeah, C tags. So we've got, well, commands does have notice. Priv message, priv message. I would have to somehow pass this through to where we're recognizing the result to only print the WebSocket message at the time when we know what we've got. Well, or I could re-examine lines for anything that is a non-priv message and then print it out. Let's command tags. I think user notice. Let's see, we added subscription. There's still a bunch of params we haven't gotten to. Resub, gifted subscriptions. Sample gifted sub message. Cat test. Oh. Did it end? Doesn't say disconnected. So I guess we'll have that available if that happens again. Alright, so this is probably going to be like all different. Yeah, I was thinking about making this a structure, but it'd be a structure of all maybes, so that'd be kind of annoying. I guess I could go back to a dict style thing. This felt a little more Elmy, but to have types for things. Oh, is there another escape character in here? Oh, and one thing is that all the actual messages we captured have the RN. It's not really. Well, it's somewhere lined up with that, maybe? Oh, all the escape S's have to be double escaped. Well, okay, not all of them now, but it's still... still a bit easier. And yeah, we haven't updated anything here in our test setup. So expect dot equal, so we staff premium chat color emotes none, message ID. Okay, so that stuff we're just going to have to get. Oh, I wonder if I could do a list contains test. No, that wouldn't work for here because I'm specifically looking for unknown fields right now. Sample gifted sub message ID login TWW2. Wait. Why do I have this open twice? I don't know. Mod 0 message ID subgift. Message ID could theoretically enumerable. Message param months 1. Message param. Okay, so then we're going to have new fields. Subplan name. Okay. House of Nyorn. I guess that's a partner thing. I don't, wait, no, that's subplan name. Oh, that's right, I had to reverse some of these. Subplan is 1000. Subplan name is House of Nyorn. Chat room ID. Subscriber false. system message. Gifted tier 1 sub to Mr. Woodchuck. Timestamp sent is going to be a pain. Turbo true user ID user type equals staff. That should get us down to a smaller set of differences. I'm not entirely sure how their arrows are working here. All right. Staff, premium, color, display name, emotes, message ID, login mod, message ID. There's an unknown tag, message parameter, display name. So we can sort of rough that in positionally right after param months. Chat.unknown tag, message, param, recipient display name. Mr. Woodchuck, unknown tag. Message per Sam, recipient ID. 896147178. Unknown tag. Message per Sam, recipient name. All those do have distinguishers on them. Message param, room ID, subscriber, system message, TMI, user ID. Okay, that's starting to look like a smaller set at least. Actually, we shouldn't be different right now, or should we? I wish I could tell what the differences were. Okay, one's in color. That's that one little triangle up there. You can't really tell in these long lines, though. Something lined up here. Let's see, so subgift, Chuck, recipient, okay, so got a difference down here. Subplan name needs to be a space-separated thing. Tag escaped string. Oh yeah, and do we have any non... Okay, that's priv message. Well, it would be something that got parsed because we turned off parsing for priv messages. So I've not yet seen like any host notices or anything. And that was only joined. So we're using that. Okay. Alright, recipient name. Okay, we've got more differences in this line. Mr. Woodchuck. Oh, the order is different. And there's a difference here. Our POSIX is different. I lost a 3 when I was copying it. Alright, what do we have now? I wish I could tell where these were. Seems to be towards... The POSIX is still off. Gifted sub. Alright, something aligned with those characters there. Oh, I got the turbo wrong. I must have been looking at the wrong message before when I was setting some stuff up. So emotes, message ID, Mr. Woodchuck, prime recipient, subplan, tier 1, user ID. Oh, that's why I thought that was weird that user ID was the same. Where are you? User ID 1405587. All right, so we got that to pass. Now, what do we think it should actually look like? So this should be a straight up string. Recipient display name. That's just a string. Message param. Actually, we still need to do up here as well. Recipient display name is a string. Message param recipient display name. Recipient display name. Recipient display name. Okay. Message param recipient ID. I get Based on current usage, I could perhaps like message param recipient. And let's see. Display name. Login. User ID. I could perhaps have some sort of user structure. But what would you do if all of the fields weren't present? That's the question. But those will probably always go together. But unless you make everything a maybe, you can't really guarantee its presence is the issue, because it's just tags. All right, so that will fail the test. Recipient ID. Recipient ID. Recipient ID. All right, and this is going to be message for Sam, recipient name. Okay, that passed. Chat test. There are no more unknown tags. Let's check back for any parsed messages here. Yep, not as active as I thought it might be. So we did that to turn off the pars for ordinary messages. We did commit pars tags from gifted sub. Gifted a subscription. Notice an anonymous user gets a. This is like the sub gift, except the sender of the user notices the channel. Well, this might tell us something about the user stuff. And what parts may or may not be present. Sample a non-gifted sub message. Let's see, is there any other non-tag things that are interesting here? User notice. Not really. Oh, it's a different subplan name. Oh, subplan name. They probably. Okay, this is a QA message, so they probably were testing out renaming. All right, chat test. Oh, really? Well, that would probably show up pretty soon. Sample, anon, gifted sub message, and all of this will be wrong. But thank you. So first we have to deal with parsing the escape characters, which I always forget about. Oh, you're right. It is missing the N. So we need to replace backslash with backslash backslash. And then we need our N, because all of our real captured examples do that. And then, yeah, we got lots of differences. So, badges, we have broadcaster, subscriber. Color is, I could almost consider that as unspecified, but yeah, is an empty response basically the same as not specifying the flag? Display name. My subs partner, emotes none. I wonder if flags is a new thing or an old thing. Message ID is going to be no. Anon ID. Login QA subs partner. Oh, yep. Mod false. Anon sub gift. I don't know if we should tag those or not. R3. Recipient display name. Come on. Recipient ID 5054130. That's probably going to be lowercase of the same. Changing quote. Test plan 1000. It's getting all slightly annoying. Subscriber 1. System message. Maybe I should just do that. And anonymous. You're gifted a tier 1 sub 2. Calculator. with a trailing space. Timestamp is going to be annoying. It's not quite what we wanted. Okay. Sent turbo false user ID. That's almost as bad. Changing quote. Changing quote. Changing quote. User type. Let's get us done a bit. All right, so where is... Oh, subscriber 6. Where do we get that from? Oh. I don't know what's... Oh, that's for... I guess they put that on everything, although only subscriber has duration. Wait, unknown tag, recipient username? How did we not recognize that one? Oh. We have username and message param name. I guess I'll have to see what they're actually using. There must have been some change in that field. Well, what's documented? What's documented? Message param username, message param display name, subplan name, viewer count, ritual name. So they've documented username. So I guess we'll have to hope that this is correct. All right, this is it. These lines are too big to handle in a little window. Submessage. Recipient username. 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 And the tests also have to have that fixed. Failed one. Oh. Anonymous gifted subline. I must have typed some garbage into the file. Oh. I may have undone that change when I was trying to fix stuff. Subscriber. All right, so everything seems to be good there. Hey Storm, yeah, I'm testing all the different message types. Just I don't know. I'm over engineering, but since Elm likes everything to be statically typed, I'm making sure I can properly parse all the different things we might conceivably get. I've also been watching a bigger channel to see if we get any of these events, and so far they're having a very quiet day. No, so subscriber is the paid supporters on Twitch. Test gifted sub mess. Oh, it's anonymous gifted sub message. Let's see, anonymous. All right, raid. This is something we could conceivably see, but. Of course, I'm not even watching my own chat right now. Samples. Sample. Raid message. I guess raid dead message. There is S's in here. Chat test. What does this look like? It's just a user notice. I'm not super worried about parsing any of that stuff, so we'll just stick with our with our tags. I've not copied this. Anonymous. Channel rated line. Sample rated message. And this stuff will obviously all be wrong. Badges. Turbo. Color. Oh, we have to consider... What should we do with blank tags? It's like they were provided, but with blank fields. Display name, a test channel. Emotes, none. Flags, not present. Message ID. Use a big long blob. Login. Test channel mod false. Message ID. Raid. Message param. Well, it'll be display name. We're getting reasonably reliable. Well, stuff out of here, but message param display name. Change in. Message param. Oh no, it's login, is it? Test channel. Message param viewer count is 15. Not gonna have subplans. Room ID. Change in. 379257. Subscriber false. System message. Change in. I guess I keep hitting V instead of C. Just so have joined. Is that a new line? Bang. Okay. I wonder if it ignores the new lines when printing it out. Timestamps are... Is that an example typo or a thing that can really happen? To have that duplicated. Turbo true, user ID. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems like they probably hand-rolled this one. Removed duplicate timestamp. User ID, user type, other test channel. Yeah, we obviously haven't saved this yet because there are a bunch of unknown tags there. So, unfortunately, we did these all at once. So it's the param display name, recipient login. Message param display name. Message param display name. Message param recipient, not recipient login, surely. Well, maybe it's recipient login. Nope, just message param login. So message param login string. I would expect that to get us down to one error. Let's see, viewer count. Ints are a little bit particular in this. And I probably copied in a simple message without escaping everything. No. Oh, but my escape strings don't account for new lines. Because we don't know what the possible escapes are, so we just kind of had to take them as they come. And this is where we go to one of. I guess we put it as a new line. Looking for escaped. Alright, now I get to find out where we messed everything up. Alright, turbo color, display name, emotes, message ID, login, mod false. Oh, wait, message ID is offset a little bit. Test channel. Alright, so we have a difference there. So raid. Oh, unknown tag, message param. How's that documented? Message param display name. TMI chat. Alright, no, still here. Message param, display name, message param, login, unknown tag, message param, viewer count. Once again. Different team, I guess. Alright, viewer count, room ID, subscriber, system message. I missed the number in the user ID. Alright, so got a sample of that. Let's see, sample channel, well, test sample channel rated message. Speaking of which, have we had anything interesting over here? Nope, pretty quiet day. That's commands. We want tags. And we don't particularly care about rituals, but it might be tags we need to parse. I think there might have been a tag there. Sample new chatter message. Yeah, they never really did anything besides this with rituals, even though they came up with an entire name for it. I don't think that the user notice channel, I don't think I'm too terribly worried about parsing the rest of that. New chatter ritual. Okay. Chat samples. And there's the hydrated bot. So something went wrong here. Badges, none. Color. I'm not sure I like these blank entries. Does it matter that it's there at all? Seven test one. Ooh, we've actually got an emote, which yeah, it makes sense. Chat.emote 0259. Emotes. And we have a list of tuples of 0, 6. Message ID is going to be a pain. Test channel. Change in. Chat.mod false. Message ID. Ritual. Message param ritual name. Changing quote. Changing quote. Room ID 6316121. Subscriber false. It looks like we do have system message. Timestamp will be a pain. Maybe what I could do is have a function that filters out all the fields I was confident in. Oops. And then I only have to test the new or unknown fields. Chat user ID. One, 3, 1, 2, 6, 0, 5, 8, 0. And then we have like only one new field. It is param ritual name. And is this, what's capitalization did they use for this one? Ritual dash name. All right, we typoed something. Turbo. Any interesting messages here yet? Nope, just chat. Message param ritual name. Test. New chatter ritual message. User state. Do we get user state? I haven't seen any of those in here. And it might be that I think that's for myself. And I think when I joined the room, I haven't sent caps yet. Or sends a priv message to a channel. So let's drop out of here for a bit. I probably do need to look into the URL change stuff. Oh, but I can't actually chat here because I have no interface for that. So, nope, I need to, I should probably just go to there, which won't autoplay anything. Yes, one to bot is not a bot. So if we go in here, cap. Yeah, just a message. I didn't get a user state. So, I don't know. Maybe that would have been when I joined here if I had sent the caps first. But I don't need that. I just wanted to. Well, is there anything? Oh, are they both using the emote's name? Oh, you jerks. Okay, let's see if we can rearrange to catch that. Oh, no, wait. I wanted to see if I could get something like remove uninteresting tags, which is from a list of chat dot tag to a list of chat dot tag. Tags. Is there a list.reject? I have to do this myself. Well, it would be near filter. No, okay. List.filter tag on case tag of So this would be kind of the ones that are in every instance here. So most of these are testing individual param things. What do we do? We want to, with nothing, badges is a false. Color is a false. Display name is interesting. Emotes is a field that's in most things and is not interesting. You can deal with that in the emote tests. Message ID is uninteresting. I think login with specific mod is uninteresting. Message ID is in several of them, but it does something that's specific to that one. Ritual name, room ID is in everything. Subscriber is in everything. System message, we could run into escape characters, so we probably should deal with that. Timestamp is uninteresting. Turbo is uninteresting. User ID is uninteresting. And user type is uninteresting. And then everything else is interesting. Does that compile? Chat.userType. Oh, several of these, most of these have at least one parameter. Why it did that? Why it did that one? I don't know. Oh, actually, it probably went in order, and that was just at the bottom of my screen. It should remove list. Oh, we actually have to. Oh, you know what? We can in fact do this. All right, now we call it on line.tags.remove uninteresting tags. So, badges, color, emotes, message ID, mod, room ID, subscriber, sent, turbo, user ID, user type. Okay. Remove uninteresting tags, badges, color. Yeah, emotes, message ID, mod, room ID, subscriber, time, turbo, user ID, user type. Wish I'd thought of this before. If we add any more messages, we can ignore this stuff. Badges, color. Maybe display name and login are pretty common. It seems like I didn't see them for a while. Empty flags is... That's not one I included, though. Mod, message param, room ID, subscriber, time, turbo, user ID, user type. Ooh. Flags. No, there's login. Oh, message ID. Let's look at the flags. Okay, remove uninteresting tags from gifted subline. There is an awful lot of display name login here. Badges, color, emote, message ID, mod, message param, room, subscriber, time, turbo, user ID, stuff. Okay, we do want to make sure we leave like one. There's badges, there's all the chat stuff, tagged chat line. Alright, we should probably leave at least one user notice. Make sure we're getting all of that. But it looks like display name login is actually uninteresting. It's in pretty much all of them. Tag chat line, resub line, remove uninteresting. All right. Oh, you jerk. Okay. I could try a different channel, see if it's a little bit more interesting. Where did I stick? Double check who's on. Oh, the other bigger channel is gone, so... All right, regular priv messages. So we've got that. Oh, I was wondering if every message pretty much has display name. Let's look at our samples. Rated, new chatter doesn't. Oh, that's that display name. That's what I was looking for. Has a display name. Chat message, tagged chat message. Oh, so if you didn't have tags, you have to be doing this. Oh. So we would have to pull that out of the prefix. You might want to, if you're sort of like developing a meta user thing. Oh! Clear chat notice. That wasn't one I was really paying attention to, but it parsed fine. Apparently we missed whatever the badness was. Command, params. Oh no! Wait, was landscape goat? Badges none. Mod 0. Oh, so maybe it was only... Well, what's the doc say? I thought clear chat was all chat. All chat. All chat is channel user. Oh, okay, so that was a specific user then. But it parsed, well, oh, no, unknown tag, ban duration 1. Okay, so that was, yeah, just to clear. Unknown tag, target user ID. Is there, yep, there is no proper sample for that. Sample, oh, this is in, I got into commands again. That's... doesn't have all the tags. Well, maybe that does. Anyway. Purge message. Remove interesting tags. Let's see, we have ban duration 1. Room ID is a standard thing. Target user ID. And there are some parameters there, but they parse out fine. It's just these two new fields. All right. Chat. Actually, it's closer to this. Ban duration int. All right, and target user. Target user ID, we're just using those as strings for now. You're a timestamp. Oh, put this in as a number. And typoed the number. Yeah, commit minus m test test purge message. Okay, and that's the only interesting thing we've had here. So I still don't know exactly what a host received message looks like. I guess it's rather get the bigger ones, and then he's not doing any better than I am. Or they don't show up. I think I have seen them, though. All right, so we've got... oh, I was pondering if... I just happened to see that new event. We should try to pull out display name, login, user ID. For regular messages, that might be okay. Well, you also have to decide if you want to then call it a tag thing that there was a user present. Well, I guess you can't always have a user because there's not always those fields. But that's actually almost like a... because we do have to go separate the tags, parse everything out. The other thing I'm pondering is if that will be... if having that as a list will be inconvenient to use. I guess you could iterate through with a case, gathering all the things you care about. Well, let's see, then we have recipient display name, recipient ID, recipient username. But all the user stuff is going to be like a... second pass. Well, you just take the tags you parse and run it through a function. That's a map. Well, it's an awkward map because you have to get 3 fields, remove them, replace them with a consolidated user. So it's not exactly a map. It would be like some sort of reduce to make the new user and then a filter to get rid of them? All the while not being sure that having a sort of user object thing is useful. All right, we can parse chat messages. What do we have that would be... We've got raid notices, in theory. We haven't seen one in the wild yet. But we could start to do something with that and perhaps faking up some data for the time being. And maybe I should actually move up there to ignored. Anyway, it's about time to take a break. I will be back in a few minutes to see if we can get things hooked up to theoretically be able to record at least raids, if not larger hosts, as a separate category.
Alright, this is not very flat. There we go. This is better. No. Stop. Okay.
All right, I see you. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, go. I heard the pop.
What's happening? Is it working?
All right, I'm landing at the place you were.
Okay, not yet. So we don't need this option phase. Because the AI scripts and stills will handle all that. So we don't need any buttons. Or the mouse. Still need this.
Welcome back, everybody. I had to remember to unmute myself.
Oh god. At least we can keep this and this powered overnight now.
We have a power shortage.
wish we could, anyways.
Welcome back, everybody. I gotta remember to unmute myself. Yep, let me...
Oh, God. At least we can keep this and this powered overnight now.
We have a power.
All right, welcome back. All right, nothing big there. So we were thinking of making you something we just kind of ignore. And yeah, that makes sense. So we're going to be more interested in this right now. And actually, we're just not running tests right now, so no point in having that overhead. So these batched messages got sent in reverse order? Oh well. We think that a raid is going to be a message with a message ID of raid. Command of user notice. The message said, so display name is effectively the rating channel. User notice, and then if it's a user notice, we should be able to user notice, message ID, message ID, message ID, message ID. Yeah. So there's some probably structure here that's hard to pick out. So if it's a user notice, we need to determine if there is a message ID, which there should be, but I don't know if we can really call that a parsing error. I guess I could do a first level parse and then sort of a... And then I could have some sort of enumerated type for every kind of message. Well, enumerated with a record probably, because these get pretty complicated. This is already switching off line.command, so we have case. Line.tags. Well, now we have to go through every single one. And it's sort of like... No, not like that. But we do want to accumulate information. Well, we want to say, well, first, is it a raid? Then we can accumulate other things. So we have to accumulate facts that are relevant to a raid if they're present. This list style is very awkward. I keep wondering if I should go back to addict, but then you have to match the strings every time. And if you try to make, well, you know what, if I try to make my own custom dict type, which I could do for programming convenience, then it's just going to be a list of tuples anyway. It does make it easier to go in and pick out an entry, I guess. We want this and this and this and this and this. So we have to go through each tag. I guess we have some sort of... Yeah, the problem is it all starts out empty. So we want message param. We need... what does the host information we have? We have a host ID and a display name. We'd probably want to match on... test channel, user ID. We'd want those two things. And we had to find host out here because we need to be able to display it. Raid has a count. What are the fields in... sample. Raid. Its display name. And user ID are the closest we're gonna get to names for that. User ID, display name, and viewer count. And I actually have stuff back here where I was starting to do this and then didn't really do anything with it. So I need to gather those three things if it's a raid. Viewer count should really only be in a raid. So I guess we could look for And raids are only valid if you have 2 or more, so we could look for a viewer count 0 after giving it a blank raid message. Well, that's a different... yeah, we don't even know if we've got it until we've scanned all the stuff, so it's not quite that reducer. But we have... actually, we've got my host. Which comes from a chat.tag to... well... chat.tag and a... raid to a raid. It's a case tag of we care only about it does seem weird not to switch off of message. That would mean filtering out message to see what it is. Be slightly more proper. And user ID. Oops. And I'm debating whether I should just import all these. Message param viewer count. Second message. And in all other cases, we just return it again. Now, this is more like a helper, I guess, because what we really want to do is take a list of tags and just return a raid. Or even a chat.line. And do list dot, what did they call it? Foldle of, let's see, it's operator, which is where making that a function might have been handy. And an initial value of blank, and let's do all this stuff, and line dot tags. Does that parse? Oh, we have to get He doesn't expose it. Stream credits 296. Right. Or are you A to B to B to B? Okay. Display name, user ID, viewer count. What do you think it is? User ID, display name, viewer count. Right, this is not a thing with a structure. This is alias this. So we don't actually get a constructor out of this, do we? Well, so it should be arrayed. Oh, now you give me a typo. Okay. Wait. Oh my gosh, it was actually this. That didn't give me record field typo? Nope. There's display name again. Because you didn't save. Okay. So that compiles. Chat. Response. User notice. We really should switch off the message ID. But that means we need... My reservation on making like custom types for every message type is, what if a field is missing? Do we fail? So user notice, we want to get the notice type. Which, since that's a thing we need to make decisions on, I guess we just have an unknown message ID. So this would become a chat.resub. There's no internal wording, but eh. Chat.raid. So that will make all the tests mad. I think that works. But we currently have examples of... oh, and I need to check our host. That's a message ID, yeah. Host on. We've got resub. We've got sub gift. We've got non-sub gift. We've got raid. We've got, and if you want to get fancy, you could. This is where you could start pulling out message-specific fields, which is where this actually gets awkward because those are exactly the names you'd want to be using for those. Oh, and unknown notice of type message ID. And then message ID would be of type message ID, if that works. Tag, emote, character range. Oh, that has to be the type. Yeah, okay, so that is a name collision. So a message ID field with a... type, oh, yep. And up here, oh, now message ID is, oh, maybe that worked? Tag message ID. So this is going to be a lot like what? Actually, a lot like this. Except that'll probably just be straight up keyword. Tag name, unknown tag, generic tag value. Probably should organize these better. Badge, emote, character range, prefix. Wait, is that what I called it? No, I called it that. Message ID, succeed, with notice type. Non-subgift and yeah. Anon. Host on. Host on. Oh, right, you're a jerk. I have to do that, split this again to get the same file. Host on. Raid. Ritual. Resub. Subgift. And unknown notice. I guess tag value would work. Oh no. Because we wrapped up tag name. Part of that was because I was doing equals, but it's probably more because of the token. Message ID name. I could have search replace here, couldn't I? All right, so now we've got a thing we can actually check against. So we want to find a message ID RAID amongst the things. What really we want to do is pull out that message ID. It's all just chat so far. So we kind of don't care what it's called. Yeah, so the awkward thing is I can't do like a tag lookup function because the values themselves typically have embedded values. So I have no way to match that and just say, well, get me this value. It has to be a very, very specific go through, match it. And then you've got like a maybe value of that thing. Yeah, the usability is just not good on that list of tags. So this is the closest we've got to getting something. Although if I did this at the more library level, you'd want to pull out all the stuff, not just the things we care about. So what are we exposing right now? We're exposing message, line, prefix command, and strings. It's a very parsing level bit of stuff. I could turn it into more full-fledged structures. Although I have to pull out like all the fields. Well, I guess I could skip the depreciated ones. So we'd still have the message parsers, but you'd have a higher level. That's at a line level. So message is a list of lines. Well, you take that and you map it. So it's like there's a couple of things that I definitely care about, and then an infinity of possible message types. You can't just switch off the command if you start doing custom line types. I could do the subparsing only on those types. Or could I implement a miniature version of that here? So you'd still have to look up of the type and find it, and then switch. I haven't used that yet. User notice. We would have to filter map. Because there's one that does a to a maybe. List.filter map. So function of tag to case tag of message ID raid to oh no, we wanted to get the type for switching. And in all other cases, nothing. So then we've got, and that's a kind of annoying little thing. Case message ID of, and then we only care about raid right now. So given that, then we want to say I guess I could actually switch off that, but then I'd have to be returning different objects depending on what we got. My raid line. So this would be, right, we have to store this. We have to initialize it. And then somewhere we get our hosts. Just list map equals, no biggie there. And I should probably record that here and remove it on that. Otherwise get into an ordering issue if I got a raid and then got the host list for some reason. So model raids equals raid model.raids. Done with you for the moment. Not find message ID. This is the chat.raid. Oh, the port socket ID. Chat.notice-type, list.chat.notice-type. Oh, right. We're filtering this down. We expect it to be there. List.head and maybe with defaults chat dot unknown notice I guess we should use a proper name for this. So we have no way to test that short of throwing simulated messages at it, which we might have to do. Meanwhile, the view. And has there been any more version notices here? Not really. So view, we have hosts. That's going to be a very painful filtering. But we don't expect these lists to be too terribly large. List.filter host. List. So we want to return if list.is empty. Model.raids list.filter raid.user ID equals host.host ID and list.is empty. Let's see. Takes a list of hosts to a list of host. And this will in fact be expecting a extra argument. Wait, yeah. I got my list lowercase again. List that is empty. The very unhelpful error message. 6-1 go. Oh no. Oh. I guess we could do... did you recompile, son? Oh, because I thought to actually change this. Okay, so we can do that. We can, until we get some dummy test here. Let's see. And then we want to do... These are all just... Okay. All just regular messages. Display name. It compiles. All right, so... We do have a sample RAID message. Yeah, I do kind of want to actually test the message handling. Stream credits, but how do we... WebSocket test. It would call an update function somewhere. Oh, this was originally WebSocket test. So maybe we need something better than WebSocket test. Message received. Oh no, that's not. It's not message received. That is in fact a... socket event. So socket event, socket message. Init. So let's switch back. To my own here, so I can use a example I'm more familiar with. Whoa, that frame rate though. Okay. Init. Oh, we actually have to apply this to our model. Where does update? Update takes the model last, so we can do update Excuse me. All right, socket event, dummy value, and is it sample chat or chat sample? Chat samples. Chat.sample rated message. Oh, I can actually use that if I want to see the differencing. Raid. And we want to have, oh, I need the ID. Hello, Counterin. How's it going? Did I not actually... No, I got the welcome message. Why did that not show up? No, I didn't join a room. Oh, maybe I switched to that, but didn't actually join the room. Okay. I still have to work on the URL updates. Well, and general state changes, but it hasn't been the main use case. I'm making a little thing that currently shows hosts and follows. And I'm trying to work with the Twitch IRC WebSocket interface to parse IRC messages and pick up raids and things. And that's actually a new one, I think. But, so I've got a sample message from the Twitch docs. So the things we care about are, I think, display name. Well, the thing we really care about is the ID, which I'm going to have to get somewhere. Thank you. Once we've completely removed from the view. Although I had to make my own WebSocket interface because it's Elm 19, and I still haven't really polished that up. Oh, and we were in the middle of doing some stuff. Although I didn't actually expect that to break. Oh, right. I have to then do... Yeah. It's right now, it's a dirt simple shim. No. Index. How do we even get there? Just open it and send a bunch of messages. And I have to do things like allowing you to close sockets, which you couldn't do before. Maybe I'll have like a separate thing somewhere that's either a separate JS or Elm wrapper that does automatic reconnection. But for now, it's very manual. I haven't done any of the reconnect or anything. So, what is that function? assuming we have one. Tuple dot first. So that will get me the list of there. Oh, that will also get me debug, so I can get the user ID of... Oh, well, this is going to be painful. Because we're doing animation! Do we have... Okay, a somewhat realistic example. User ID 32472036, I think. And there was a login here as well, if that comes up. I don't think it does. Oh, message param. Other test channel. Oh. Well, those are probably all the same. But maybe I'm picking out the wrong fields. Given that that's what I'm pulling out, probably it is. Chat dot message param login. Okay, that compiles. And then we want to see if that, oop, may have hit that twice. Okay, there's that one. And that should not be in, oh, it is. So I may have typoed. Well, we can see our model again. Hosts, 3247 raids. Oh, user ID is completely wrong. Oh, is there a split sample? It'll be the same thing. Rated. Message param display name. Message param login. Oh, there is not a message param user ID. Okay, takes that out of there, and then, well, it'll get a little bit more complicated if I actually can ever figure out about like bigger hosts and do different font sizes or something. But that got raids into a separate section. So monitor, take the debug out. Probably having it accumulate history forever is not a great thing. Oh, we actually have to rerun the command to do that. Oh, I can't save it while it's running. All right, we have, I should probably keep that test code available. For testing raid stuff, but it shouldn't be in by default. We blew out that type. Enumerate notice types. Track and display rates separately. All right, now for the occasional larger hosts, I'm just going to have to wait until that happens. Did not see any on a bigger channel. I probably won't see... I mean, I actually see them pretty rarely on mine, too. So where does that leave us? We've got the ability to display that. We've got most of our IRC parsing, but it's still very single use. So I'd like to see like maybe 3 different applications before I could call it a publishable library. And then you have to decide if it stays a Twitch thing or if we make that a general IRC library and then some Twitch hooks. Cool. I'm probably gonna have to set up, if I want to work on disconnect, reconnect while streaming when I can't just play with my network connection. Do you want to set up like some little tiny node server that would just, drop the connection every once in a while? So how would we do connection tracking? Well, first I would need the dummy server, which shouldn't be too bad. Let's see, we've got... And I guess we're not actually doing anything with messages right now. Oh, you know what? Actually, one little thing I wanted to do. We've just been using the anonymous login. And I haven't done anything when sending commands because I'm doing so little with it. And it's pretty tied up with the WebSocket implementation. I think somebody said it was up to 6 digits. But I would have to get, so without going full random, we could do Elm time to get the starting time. When this task is run, we have to do an initial time.now. And then that'll have to be in the model. Current URL. Current time, POSIX, import time. Cache and navigation key. Time is a POSIX. Time is a time dot, is it to or from? POSIX 2 millis. millis to POSIX 0. And amongst our commands, we want to do a time.now. Current time, then update has to deal with that. Current time is a model or time equals time. Command.none, so that maybe model.time time.POSIX to millis. No, actually one too many. But we need to get that. And is that mod by remainder after division. So it's all about negative, which you shouldn't care about. Oh, actually, they've got the negative example there. Okay, so remainder includes negatives, mod by doesn't. Mod by modulus. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want up to 6 digits of that stuff. And can we... Oh, and then we have to do, what is it? It might be a string 2 from string... string dot from int. Is this an actual error? I did not prefix it this time, or import it. Yeah. Current time. Current time. Time.now. Oh, at the moment it's run. So we also have to go fix about with task. Task.perform. Time.now. Task.perform. All right. Internals. Because it's a full message. All right. Well, yeah, but sometimes they will just take the message and give you a command. That was actually returning a task. I'm not sure I entirely get the use of tasks. Well, the viewport does that too, doesn't it? I guess that lets you map it first. So we actually need to log this in here. All right, there's a bunch of numbers. So we've got some slightly more unique usernames. Although maybe this is only startup time, so everything we do with this session will in fact be the same usernames. That's fine. Maybe a single instance should all use the same name, but it will. Use unique anonymous names. All right, so that was a little thing. For this one, not really. In many others, I do local storage. And I've got a little tiny port module I use for that. This one does not currently need to store anything. I mean, maybe I'd end up storing some events. So the other things we were thinking about was what? Oh, well, I was thinking about maybe making the monitor process different from the display process. So actually, that's not something I'm kind of curious about. Because once upon a time, I found a subject on special stuff that was available in the browser page. Of course, debugging that is terrible because you can't connect the debugger to it. What do I call that? To pick out the custom stuff. I'm wondering, well, there are supposed to be generic visibility events. I don't know if OBS fires them. Browser tab visible. I'm going to do JavaScript. Oh, does the DOM actually have that? Probably events. On visibility change. So we'll have to build out all the infrastructure just to see if that works. Current time, window size. Ability. We currently have. Do we have any? Yeah, dom.events. Dom.events.on visibility ability change. So this is doing on animation frame to scroll this, but in order to pick up the raids and things, I have to be monitoring chat for the entire stream. I would prefer if we were not doing all of this stuff in the background tab, just for general performance. Oh no, this is dom.events.visibility, and then in subscriptions, browser.events on visibility change. Visibility, so now update has to deal with that. Window size, visibility, visible, and all we're going to do right now is let equals debug.log visible. Okay, I misinterpreted something here. Visibility. Is it not dom.events? Browser.events. And now we're getting command.none. And since there's no capitals, I can't search for capitals. So it has to be in visibility. It has to be in visibility. Ah, it wasn't case. So nothing yet. How about visible hidden? Okay, so that works. So now the question is, if we go stream credit test. And I guess I don't even need to have information up here for visibility testing. What do we... That did not actually change. Oh, but I can't. I actually have to print that in the app because debug log doesn't help me here. Time, window width, window height. Visible bool. I guess we could probably eat. Well, it's a slightly annoying. Events is a little bit generic. So that puts it in there. And the view is going to have to load that up too. Visibility equals browser.events. I guess we assume visible by default. Visibility. Amount of visibility equals visible view. So I guess footer. If model dot visibility equals browser. No, I actually have to have a log of the changes. Man. Visibility. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Visibility model equals a list equals empty list equals visible on model dot visibility. So our view can model dot visibility list dot map to is there still a debug dot toString? And then this is going to be a list. List dot map to text and to row. Wow, that is terrible bug point in attribution. Why there? These are always really terrible error messages. So the view type is ending up... Oh, it's probably backporting visibility to be that stuff. Element message. So that's a list of string. That should be a list of element message, and then, oh, because I did need the empty list. All right, so we can do this to prove that it works. And then we need to string credit test. Oh, that was covering up some of the code, wasn't it? We're not really using this right now. I guess I have to go to properties to refresh. Actually, let me get window projector of that so I can see it. Okay, yes, that hiding a layer. I guess I should check real quick. Yes, that's closed. There's the real one. Window projector. I didn't pay real close attention, but I believe that is another round. So now having proven that that is effective in OBS, do we need you? I don't think we still need you. We can take this, so you don't need it to be displayed. We just need the current status. Again, do we get... Can we request visibility status? Because I'm not sure we get an initial one. Focus blur, get viewport, viewport, get viewport of, set viewport. Can you tell... the current status? Well, that's saying hidden initially. Currently visible. Yeah, that's the same thing. That tells you when it changes. It's fully overridden. Do we have a way to directly ask? Yeah. Suppose it, well, I guess we could just see if it, well, to do that, I would have to, well, if I do debug mode, I should be able to see the event counter. Although this has to be at least made compilable. Monitor, debug. Guess I shouldn't have removed that. Visibility test. So the tricky bit here is actually reading the count. So we're at around 100. Turn it off for a little while. 150-ish. No projector. Resize, please. 200-ish? It's kind of hard to say. Maybe we'll leave that off for curiosity's sake and try to shut it down anyway. Subscriptions on resize on animation frame delta. If model dot visibility equals browser dot events dot visible, then else command yeah, command dot none. So we're at we were at 300 or 400 before. Nope. That does look better. Right. Sub dot none. Okay, so now we'll check in on you. That might be automatically shut down, or at least slowed down. But I need to properties, refresh. And then we'll hide that for curiosity's sake. But one thing, other things I want to do is detect when that becomes visible. Visibility, and I guess on any change we can reset this. So that was on animation frame. Frame step. Oh, if we've run off, then reset time elapsed to 0. Alright, and we do a check back with this. Oop, not properties. Window projector. Seems reasonable. So now if I go into... Actually, interact is kind of a fast way to get a view on that. If I actually set this up... can I reload from here? Apparently not. Properties, refresh cache. And then we want to check, if we're in the middle of that, we go off, we go on. Ooh, it appears for a second though. Because it's getting the previously cached data. Although you would think that the visibility hidden would have stopped the timer and reset it. Maybe maybe OBS is saving a cache before it goes out. Well, if I'm starting it up hidden, which I can't really do because the thing that lets me refresh it is a view preview. It'll probably be down there, but that's still disappointing. That's a change in the model, which you'd think would cause a re-render. I guess we'll have to see how it holds up to ordinary use, but that's still frustrating. Oh, I left our monitor in debug mode. Track visibility to shut down animation and try to reset. Scroll doesn't seem to work too well on OBS. Actually, is this... Oh, this is still the old one. Okay, so that is something specific to how OBS is caching the image when reloading it. Okay. Is there anything else we need right now? No, I need to be running a copy of this locally in order to try and catch some messages. Or the larger host messages. And I can at least catch the raids though, so this might actually be, well, shippable maybe with less debugging it. Well, I mean, yeah, if I shipped it with debugging output, it'd be probably fine. And I could run it in there to at least get, yeah, I can run it in there and get the raids. If we can't get the console messages, we just don't get the console messages. And then I'll have to keep another one up for me to view the console messages. So I guess we're going to roll with that. And I think I don't have anything I really want to do with this right now. Connection tracking would probably be a bigger project because that's going to get tricky to get right. And yeah, and then I need the server to fake disconnects to it so that we could actually check that. Okay, it got confused by the merge. So that's it. Thanks for watching. There is the regular one. Thanks for all the hosts. Did I moved that to their tab. Let me see if I can find anything to recommend. I'm normally on in morning-ish times, and then Tuesday's kind of a day off for grocery shopping and email and whatever else I need to catch up on. Let's see. For other developy type stuff, looks like we've got Makings of a Hero working away on our game as usual. So if you're looking for a little bit of game development stuff with, you know, sometimes some talking through like I try to do, the Makings of a Hero is a good place to hang out. Oh, hey, Puffin Fresh, how's it going? Caught me just going out, but thanks for stopping in. Maybe I'll see you again next time. Yeah. That's someplace cool to hang out. Maybe I'll see you next time. Goodbye. There we go. And yeah, have a good day, good year, all that fun stuff.